I just had an idea. I bet I can sell Aaron Dykes on it. You know, Aaron hosts this show sometimes. He also is going to be hosting InfoWars Nightly News one night coming up next week. Because I want to, get him into that role. Also got some other interesting reporters I'm looking at hiring. One of them, well-known. We'll just talk about that in the next few weeks if that does happen for InfoWars Nightly News. But I had the idea. That's a great banner campaign idea for InfoWarsTeam.com because nothing sells like the truth and success. I was planning to do this with myself, but I've got to actually do the program fully. But I can take, we never did before and after, too bad with Aaron, but we've got shots of him from when he's been on TV. And then we'll get him back in here and get another shot off the same camera, video still, of him literally losing like 40 pounds. And he's totally following Pharmacist Ben Fuchs. And he's saying, yeah, I've had diets before because, he sits in there and works 18 hours a day. I can't even get him out of here. It's not like he's a slave in a cage. I'm like, sometimes I come here and he's up the next day working with nothing but coffee. And I'm like, dude, go home. He's like, but I got to battle these people. I got to finish this project. Look at all these documents I discovered. They really are putting cancer viruses in, Alex. We've got to warn them. I'm like, I know. That's why he's great. But this has really worked for Aaron. So, yes, I'm pitching you to also sign up at InfoWarsTeam.com. And the little bit of profit we make when you buy the great products, you can also sign up, become a distributor, and get a big discount. But you can also just be a buyer at InfoWarsTeam.com with the longevity products. Then that goes on to support this radio show, and that's what I believe in. Promote things I believe in, like gold and silver. Look what they've done. Promote really good, true, scientific health products where they really know what they're doing. That's what longevity does. It's the same thing across the board. Our political analysis, our news analysis, our historical analysis, it's spot on because we do the work. And that's what InfoWarsTeam.com is all about. But I want to get to some of your calls. But here's some of the news that's just come out in the last 30 minutes at InfoWars.com. Really creepy. British footballer under investigation for 9/11 comments. That's right now. In England, if you now criticize global warming, you get a police visit, like it's illegal. If you say 9/11 is an inside job, then you get a police visit. You can't make this up. And the article's up at Infowars.com, and Kurt has links to the BBC, who's reporting on it like it's a good thing. See, they're getting so desperate now, they're like, we'll arrest you, okay? It's not an inside job. Shut up. Don't talk about it anymore. We really want to stage this again. You're taking our favorite tool away. Stop it. We want another Oklahoma City to blame domestic groups. Well, I'll cover this more. And there's another one. Nigel Farage, one of the big leaders of the UK Independence Party. Greece under full globalist dictatorship. EU head calls for more European federalism. That's what I've been warning you about. They engineer the crisis, sign over to the foreign banks, and then try to hand the entire country over. I want to get Nigel Farage back on. UKIP members email me and say, we want Nigel, we want Nigel, we want Nigel. I know you want him. He's been so busy, and he barely survived that plane crash. And he's busy in the EU Parliament. And he said, good chap, will you interview one of my other party members? I'm so busy. But you tell him to come on. We'll get Lord Monckton on, too. He's part of UKIP. But Farage is a great guy. That's a key article up there. So the power grab is going on pell-mell. But I'm telling you, if you get your body in gear, and again, I've just been doing this really, I was barely doing it for the last 6 months, barely just the energy drinks that are vitamins and minerals. It didn't help me. But then the last 2 weeks, I've been doing the whey shakes and doing this, the products that Fuchs particularly recommends from InfoWarsTeam.com. And, I mean, usually I run 1.5 miles and got to stop. I'm running 3 miles now. I'm having a lot more energy. My wife's been talking about it, so she started it as well, having big effects. And again, I know I'm pitching. It's because it really works. Talk about weight loss, because Aaron can listen every day. I can only listen a few days a week. Break down in like 4 or 5 minutes your weight loss. But again, you don't even call it weight loss. You say, get healthy, you'll lose weight. Explain this to us.
runners. This whole idea about how to take care of yourself is based on how we evolved 50,000, 100,000 years on the African savannah. We evolved to attach calories with nutrition. So when we killed a zebra 50,000 years ago, when we got the calories, we got nutrition. So the body is designed to associate caloric intake with nutrition. When we get caloric intake without nutrition, the body's like, well, that wasn't it. Let's go out and find some more calories. So we get more calories without nutrients. And this keeps happening, and what ends up happening eventually is calories mean heat, heat means storage, storage means fat. So the key to breaking this cycle is to give yourself nutrients without the caloric load. When you give yourself nutrients without the caloric load, you get satisfied. The reason we are in the refrigerator an hour after we had Thanksgiving dinner is because we got plenty of calories but no nutrients. When you reverse that equation, give yourself the nutrients without calories, you become satisfied. And this satiety, this satisfaction is the key to wellness, and it's the key to losing weight. You want to hit your satiety buttons, your satisfaction buttons with nutrients without calories. Nutrition without calories keeps you satisfied. The food processors and the food manufacturers understand this, and so what they do is they give us plenty of chemicals that purport to hit the satiety button, that pretend to hit that satisfaction button, but don't. So we end up not stopping the potato chips and the French fries and all of these foods that have the fake satiety button, satisfaction button chemicals, but not the real nutrients. So the key to being able to withstand the assault from the French fries and the potato chips and the pizza and all of the fast foods that we like, and by the way, notice that all the foods that we like are combinations of salt, which hits the mineral satisfaction button, oil, which hits the fat satisfaction button, and sugar, which hits the protein satisfaction button, without giving us the real protein, the real minerals, and the real essential fatty acids that we need. So when we supplement with protein, we naturally don't want sugar. When we supplement with essential fatty acids, we naturally don't want French fries or ice cream or potato chips. And when we supplement with minerals, we can withstand the salt cravings, and that's the key. It's to outsmart the food processors and to outsmart your drives by giving yourself protein to withstand sugar, giving yourself minerals to withstand salt cravings, and by giving yourself essential fatty acids to withstand the fat cravings. And if I had to pick one thing, one single supplement to tell everybody to take right away, I would tell you it's essential fatty acids, because the body's need for fats is so fundamental on multiple levels, on hormonal levels, on satisfaction levels, for building cell membranes.
Okay, what's the best kind? Because you've got the fish oil based at InfoWarsTeam.com, and you've got the plant based, and I've heard you say taking both is good.
Well, as far as fats you're talking about, essential fatty acids?
Yes.
I like the ultimate EFAs. The ultimate EFAs are balanced with the two main essential fatty acids. They're very reasonably priced, and it doesn't take very long for you to notice effect. You were talking about eczema before we went to break.
That's plant-derived, though, right?
Well, essential fatty acids are not. You're thinking of minerals. Minerals are plant-derived. The essential fatty acids...
No, I know, but they have some essential fatty acids that are plant-derived.
They are. Omega-6...
No, I know, because I just started taking those. Yeah, okay.
That's right. They are vegetable-based. Those are flaxseed-based. Flaxseed oil from omega-6... omega-6 oils come from sunflower and safflower, and omega-3 oils come from flaxseed. So those are vegetable-based. The only essential fatty acid that's found in animals is fish oil, and that's not really a parent essential fatty acid. That is a derivative essential fatty acid, and it's important, but it's not as important as real parent essential fatty acid oils, which are flaxseed oil and then sunflower.
Okay, get back to the eczema. What?
That's right. Skincare is one of my specialties. I've been formulating skincare products for almost 30 years now, and I know a lot about the skin. And let me tell you something. When you have something going on in your skin, you can rest assured it's not in a vacuum. You have something going on in the rest of your body. When you see eczema, psoriasis, acne, dry skin, rosacea, you have a biochemical breakdown inside the body. And I cannot emphasize this more firmly, that you can't treat a skincare issue without treating the inside of the body. The skin is a fatty organ. Skin cells are very dependent on essential fatty acids. If you had to pick one supplement to take for eczema, for psoriasis, for acne, I would tell you it's essential fatty acids, although I hate isolating just one supplement. Eczema, by the way, is attached to digestive problems, especially with children, dairy allergies, wheat allergies. If you have a digestive issue and a skincare problem, more than likely your skincare problem is related to something you eat. There is an intimate connection between the cells that make up the digestive system and the cells that make up the skin. There's a connection between the two. When you have a digestive problem, it very often will show up on the skin. And when people come into my pharmacy with skincare problems, the first thing we do is we do a digestive workup and we correct digestive problems. Probiotics, good bacteria, digestive enzymes, eliminating problem foods. Those are the most important things you could do for eczema, in addition to nutritional supplements like EFAs and zinc. Zinc deficiency is one of the most unfortunate nutritional deficiencies we confront because it's so inexpensive, yet zinc is involved in hundreds of different chemical reactions. It's stored in the skin. It's involved in making collagen. It's involved in fighting bacteria and fighting acne. Yet most Americans who are not supplementing are going to be deficient in zinc.
What would you recommend?
Really easy to treat, by the way. Yes.
What would you recommend just for overall general health? How would you start out if you were going and getting some of the vitamins and minerals and other things that are at InfoWarsTeam.com?
Healthy Start Pack is the first thing I would do. And if you want to throw something else in, I'd throw the Ultimate Multis. The Healthy Start Pack is your OsteoFX. It's your essential fatty acids. And my favorite product in that whole line, and let me tell you, that is a very respectable line. And I formulate products myself. So when I look at formulations, I'm looking at them not only as a pharmacist and as a consumer, but also as a formulator. And my favorite product in that entire line is the Beyond Tangy Tangerine because it's liquid nutrition. And when you get yourself nutrients without having to put a digestive or a caloric load on your system, your body loves you. And one of the beautiful things about nutritional supplementation is the more deficient you are, Alex, this is so cool to me, the more deficient you are, the faster your body absorbs those nutrients. Like a dry sponge sucks up more water than a wet sponge. So when you get on the Beyond Tangy Tangerine, it doesn't take you a month to notice results. It doesn't even take you weeks to notice results. You notice results within days, and the sicker you are, the more nutritionally deficient you are, the faster you notice results. And given that over 100 million Americans are suffering from digestive issues and digestive problems, it makes amazing sense to give yourself dense nutrition without having to interface with the digestive system, without putting a stress on the digestive system, on enzymes, on the liver, or on the gallbladder, or on the pancreas. Beyond Tangy Tangerine, to answer your question.
Well, I've noticed that if I've got to do like some midnight radio show and I ate dinner at like 7 and I'm hungry again, I could drink orange juice before. I could even eat a hot dog out of the refrigerator, something unhealthy, whatever. It would not satisfy me. But if I just go do a tangy tangerine, there's almost no calories in there, but there's all the vitamins, all the minerals. Bam, drink that. And I really feel it and go to bed and feel great. And so that's the main thing I've been doing is the tangy tangerine.
That's another, you raised a very good point. You know, sometimes people wake up in the middle of the night and they can't go back to sleep. That's because you've got this hypoglycemia going on. Your body is trying to process things and it's requiring nutrients. But if you don't have nutrients in your body or enough nutrients in your body in the middle of the night, you're going to go into low blood sugar. Bam, your adrenal glands are going to kick in. You're going to pump out stress hormone and you will wake up and you're not going to be able to go back to sleep. But if you do some Slender FX protein or some Beyond Tangy Tangerine or some magnesium before you go to bed, that will help your body do its work during the night. It won't have to go into cortisol or adrenal energy, and you'll be able to sleep better through the night. So taking Beyond Tangy Tangerine, taking protein before you go to bed is one of the best strategies you could do to get yourself a good night's sleep.
Well, we're gonna do this side by side with Aaron. I can probably twist his arm into doing it just so people can see it, but people can watch him on the nightly news when he files reports. He did one Friday night, and people were watching it and going, "Whoa." I mean, where did Aaron Dykes go? And it's just in a couple months. And he says the thing about it before is dieting would be, like torture. It's the same for me, but not when you take the essential fatty acids and the other things, because your body's like, oh, I'm getting what I need. And then you just eat moderate, healthy food and you feel great. And I'm gonna do it. I mean, I've launched the TV show and I've got all these other things happening and going on, but I'm going to announce here on air that I'm going to really try to follow your regimen to a T with the longevity products at InfoWarsTeam.com. And I'm so very excited about that.